Watch that booty go. Watch that booty go, yeah. Watch that booty go. Break it down, booty time. Watch that booty go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Watch that booty go. Booty, 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 booty. Watch that booty go. Time. Space, reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility, where a single choice can branch out into infinite realities, creating alternate worlds from the ones you know. I am the Grinder. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question, what if? Welcome. What's what? What's that? What's that? What's that? What are those sirens? What if? What if? What? What's happening? What? Dimensions are colliding. What happened? What? Oh damn! Cut the tape! Yo! Multiverses just collided. What if the show was gonna be? We were gonna visit. What if we found the booty, but Faith collided with our multiverse, and the booty was found just in. The booty was found.
If you're lying to me, I'll be back.
Sir, we have found the booty. We found them. The booty has been found. All that was lost is now found. We discovered the booty. He was clapping in the streets, and we found him. The booty has been found. The call to arms of all the grinders. Oh my goodness. We shout out to all you guys. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. I just wanted to make sure to get it out there. Yo, Febreze, thank you so much for the $4.99. He got a ticket to the show. He got the ticket on the shuttle. But we don't need to take the shuttle. Thank you, Febreze. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the grinders coming in here. Like it out. Share it out, because I told people I wasn't going to go live today, but then you know what, things got worked out, and I was like, yo, let me get in this show. Let me get some thoughts in there. Maybe I'll do another one, but I want to get out there. You guys drive me to do this, man. I saw all the grinders. Everybody's waiting to go. People, let's go. The booty's back. Halo's back, and the booty's back, man. Yo, we're going.
Prepare ship for light speed. No. Light speed is too slow. Light speed too slow? Yes, we're going to have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed.
Yes, we are going ludicrous speed. So, what if? What if has changed? I was gonna do a what if the booty was found, and the booty has been found. So, we're gonna find out. So Booty did an interview. He did an interview. What kind of funny Gamecast? Incredible. We haven't seen Booty in a long time. That Booty, he was hiding. Those Booty.
You're my number one customer.
Oh, thank you, Socrates. Salute to the grinders and grindettes. Oh, I like that. Jez, thanks for the early stream. No problem. That's another reason why I want to make sure I get it in there for you guys. Get that early stream in there for everybody. I know everybody doesn't like the gaming grindhouse late night parties. But yes, the Uncharted movie does look like Booty. Dude, that is like the casting of that movie. Dude, yeah. They don't even sound like the characters. Like Mark Wahlberg. Say hello to your mother for me. Jesus. And there's so much I want to talk about, but I wanted to focus on the booty because we've been asking if where the booty is. And we found the booty. And the booty got a lot to say. All right? The booty had a lot to say. So, there were some things there that I wanted to focus on. Some things that I heard about the booty. But there are other things we'll talk about. God of War. I'm going to have to do another video probably on that one. But I want to get this booty thing out. We got to talk about the booty. We've been talking about them. We asked about them, and they heard. Maybe they don't listen. I don't know. But karma was put out there. The message was put out. The grind signal put out there saying, where's the booty? And he came. So, the booty came clapping. So, he was on Kind of Funny Gamescast. They asked him some really good questions, I thought. Yes, he does compost. So, this is the thing. Hold on. Let me get the booty. Let me get the booty thing up here. Buddha. Buddha. So let me see if I get the display up here. So he did the interview, and they asked him a lot of good questions, and he's very transparent. And some of the things that I've been seeing around the news is that he said about the Sony games, and he actually said something completely different than what Phil said. And I'll get into that, as like one of the final things he said, because he said it near the end. But I listened to it, and dude, he said some really interesting stuff. But one of the things that stuck out to me, we found them. And when they found them, they grabbed him by his shoulders and said, Booty.
Who is your daddy?
And what do you do? What is your job?
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
And that question was asked. They asked that question.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
They grabbed Booty. They said, you've been clapping around these streets. We haven't seen you. What do you do there? What is your job? And the Booty responded. He clapped back. So let's see. That's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. One of the top things when we found the booty and what the booty had to say. But they asked him, what do you do there? Let's listen to what the booty had to say. Came out of hiding. They found him. There he is. He was on all the milk cartons. What's up, 47? How you doing? Hit that like button, everybody. Share it out. We're gonna be interviewing the booty. We found him. This was a what if, but now it is. It actually came true, which is pretty crazy. That's what he said. They said,
Who is your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
So let's hear what Booty says when they ask him, what do you do there?
So, I mean, you kind of touch on it about like that's part of your job is calling and checking in. Like you are the head of Xbox Game Studios. What is your job? Like, what are you actually doing? And I know that's such a broad question, but like, Is your job to kind of check in with the different teams and like kind of like how much is the strategy of like content roadmap and all of that? Like, what is your job?
Yeah, well, first, the games and the game teams, that is all because of our studio heads, right? Like we talk about, we've got 23 studios, but behind every one of those studios is a studio head, a leadership team. And we've talked about this a little bit before, that we're very creator led, right? And it doesn't mean that the design lead is running the studio, but it just means that our studios are formed. You could build a studio around a business approach. You could build it around a marketing approach. We build our studios around production. So when it comes to, nobody needs me playing game designer. Nobody needs me in there helping run their studio. My main job is to make sure that those studio heads have got what they need. So that is, I am their voice back to Phil's leadership team. I'm their voice back into the broader Microsoft. And really what, my job is to wake up and say, is there something in somebody's way? Like right now, what is Bonnie Ross, who's, working with her team to get, hey, is there anything that I can do to help her today to get out of the way? What is, Alan Hartman, who's working on Forza Horizon 5, like what do they need, the team at Playground? And it's really just to be of service to them, to get stuff out of the way. And there is that strategic aspect to be the person who's looking down the road. Phil and the leadership team that I get to work with do a great job about, we kind of break things down into sort of, there's, near term, some midterm, and then some longer term stuff. I mean, I was talking with our leadership team, I think it was last week. It's kind of interesting to think that at one point in time, our xCloud was one of those far off in the distance things.
Oh, I got a thing for that. But yeah. Pause.
Put that cookie down now.
What did he say his job was? Shout out to the first VIP grinder. That's why he's a VIP grinder, Mr. Eddie T. That is exactly what I thought, Eddie. He's a friggin' coffee boy. He lives up to the name. He does booty calls. He booty calls the studios. He is a booty call. That's what he is. Here he comes, booty calls. Here he comes.
He got two.
He is a booty caller. That's what he does. So he says that right here. And before I get into the nitty-gritty, speaking about... Anyway, the booty. He's a booty caller. Here it is.
And we kind of talked about one of Xbox.
He goes...
it to be, so it's just been...
Wait,
Halo Infinite.
Of being able to, release it to the fans is so cool.
No.
It's all kind of lined up.
This fall is going to be a banger, right? Like this.
And Forza Horizon shaper they
app and all of that. Like
what
a studio had a leadership team, and we've talked about this a little bit before, that we're very creative job.
They're a production
to make sure
studio.
That those studios
production.
Have got what they need. So that is, I am their voice back to Phil's leadership team.
The voice back to Phil. Okay.
I'm their voice back into the broader Microsoft. And really what, my job is to wake up.
His job is to wake up and see if they need anything. Bonnie, you need more foam on top of that coffee? 2 sugars? 2 Splendors? Do any of you guys need mimosas while you put some hair on Craig?
Up and say,
everybody good? Did everybody got their breakfast sandwich? We're good. I woke up this morning. I want to make sure you need anything. You need anything? You need anything? You need anything? And okay, fine. He's a booty call. He does booty calls. But hear what he says next.
Is there something in somebody's way?
Yeah, booty. That chair is blocking my path to the bathroom. I need you to move that chair out of the way. Can you open up those windows for me? I need this light is a little too harsh. I need a dimmer light, booty. Can you get that for me, booty? Thanks. All right. I got the list, guys. I'm going to Home Depot. What else do you need? So we need a light. We need. All right. You want to move that furniture? Okay. Anything else you need? Nah. Thanks, booty. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Oh, damn! With the cracking jokes. Damn. Wait. You don't need me doing what? Wait a second. You're developing games. You develop games. You don't need what? Let's hear.
Like right now, what is Bonnie Ross, who's working with her team to get Halo? Is there anything that I can do to help her today?
Booty, standing next to Bonnie. Bonnie, need anything? You know what? I need the lights fixed. Give me a pencil. Booty. Okay. Like he's a booty call. He does booty calls. What do you do here? It's like the scene from Office Space. What do you do here? He's like Google Assistant. He's Booty Assistant. Booty Assistant. Hey, Booty, what's the weather today? Looks like shit. Thanks. Hey, Booty, what's the time? Bonnie, it's 5:42. Time for brunch. They run around these studios going, hey, Booty. He's the new assistant. They can't do Cortana, so they got Hey Booty. We got the Hey Booty assistant. Hey Booty. Remind me tomorrow to put on some pants. Remind me tomorrow to brush my teeth. Hey Booty. He gives him a foot rub. But wait a second. The most important thing. He's a booty assistant. Oh my God. I'm going to change my Google. Hey Booty. He's an errand boy. The booty calls. There he comes. There it is. But wait a second. The most important thing. He is the voice to Phil Spencer. He is the voice to Microsoft. So he talks to Bonnie. He gives Bonnie her foam, her extra foam cappuccino caramel swirl with a happy face in the foam. Hey, Booty. What time is it? Hey, Booty. What's the weather? Well, thank you for asking. This is Booty. The weather looks like shit. Thanks, Booty. Hey, Booty, play me a song. What song would you like to play? Booty, sing me a song. Tell me a joke. Okay. It's been a stressful day, Booty. I've been working real hard on Craig. Some of the bitch was bold as a baby's ass. Trying to put some hair on him. I need a joke. Okay. He's like the court gesture. That's what he is, the court gesture. He makes the king laugh. He makes them laugh. He tells them a joke. You're the boss. You're not the clown. You're the boss. Do boss things. It's your vision, right? You tell Phil how the studio's doing, right? So let me ask you something. Let's hear your input on games, right? Because you just get in the way, very general. Hey, I just see what they need. Hey, guys. You need extra creamers in the coffee. You need, you need anything okay. Well, wait. You don't need him doing what? He's amused. Yeah. What?
To get out of the way, what is, Alan Hartman, who's working on Forza Horizon 5. What did
He needs his car washed. That's what he needs. Hey, Booty. You know what? I'm working on Forza Horizon 5 right now. Go wash my car, please.
do they need the team at Playground? And it's really just to be of service to them.
Dum, 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 dum. I gotta do the friggin'
This is not worth it.
He's a service. Jesus, Microsoft is just the friggin' service industry, man. They must Jesus. That's all they do. The services to services to services. How may I serve you? Hospitality. That's what they are. Microsoft Hospitality. He's a service to them. You're their boss. You run these studios. What do you mean you're a service? You shouldn't be servicing them. You help them funnel their vision. And wait a second. This is the worst part.
Get stuff out of the way. And there is that strategic aspect to be the person who's looking down the road. Phil and the leadership team that I get to work with do a great job about, we kind of break things down.
He does it here. Actually, I passed
into the broader Microsoft. And really what, my job is to wake up and say, is there something in somebody's way? Right now, what is Bonnie Ross, who's you could build a studio around a business approach. You could build it around a marketing approach. We build our studios around production. So when it comes to, nobody needs me playing
Exactly,
game designer.
DDP.
Nobody needs me in there helping run their studio. My main job.
There it is. That's not
to,
good.
nobody needs about this a little bit before.
Nobody needs
very
me.
Creator led, right? And it doesn't mean that the design lead is running the studio, but it just means that our studios are.
Yeah, the design lead's not running the studio. Their production. Here he says, hey, their studios are built for production. Production. Just like a factory. Just pump out stuff. But listen. Oh man, Booty got the booty eyes. Oh man, why do I freeze these things?
You could build a studio around a business approach. You could build it around a marketing approach.
A business approach, a marketing approach? Nah, we're a production because we got Game Pass.
Build our studios around production. So when it comes to, nobody needs me playing game designer.
Nobody needs me playing game designer.
Nobody needs me in there helping run their studio.
Nobody needs me in there helping them run their studio. I would think that is your job. Your job is to help them run their studio, to make sure the production and the quality is up to par. Now we know why Halo Infinite was shown the way it is. Booty was outside washing Bonnie Ross's car because that was in the way. And Bonnie just said, and he told Phil, yeah, Phil, they just need me to wash the car. Everything looks good over at 343. Go ahead, ship it. Show them the campaign. Phil's like, okay, whatever you say, Booty. You're my right-hand man. You're my right-hand ass. Every king needs his court gesture. Go over there. Who does the quality control? Exactly. Who? You're supposed to run the studio. Yeah, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to gain the control. Now, in all seriousness, right? When you have these developers, Bonnie Ross, the heads of these things, they are in it every day. They are living these games. They need that outside perspective. They need somebody to come in and go, you know what? That's not cutting it. You know what? Fix this. That you got to look at somebody from a taking a step back approach, because Bonnie and all of them, they're living in this stuff, and they can only step out so far because they're already they're on the team. You need somebody coming in. Remember that whole thing with Yoshida, how he walked into the God of War Santa Monica studio and affected the God of War, saying, nope, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. That's who Booty's supposed to be. He's the ass man. He's Phil's number one cheek. There it is. He's number one luscious cheek. But you need him to come in from an outside perspective, seeing the quality of all the other studios, looking at what they're doing, and helping them groom their vision and working with the heads on that stuff. That's what I think would happen. I don't think you go in there and say, is there anything in your way? Anything I can do? Somebody put a great quote in there. Hey, the initiative, how's everything going? You know what, guys? We're screwed. We need another studio to help us. All right. I'll add it to the list next to your cappuccino. But Shuhei came into that thing and said, nope. You need somebody to look at it from a higher perspective. And now we see why Xbox is where it is with the games. Why their games are just not on the same level as what Sony's producing. Because Sony has that. Triple H, Hunter Hearst, he comes in there, this is the games, the quality. He's looking for quality. He's coming in there. You don't think Hunter Hearst comes in there? Friggin' Herman Hearst comes in there, you're flipping over tables, people's ass pucker up. They go, shit, Herman Hearst's here. You got to play the games. I want the quality.
Number one customer.
Hey, Scrody McBoogaballs with the $5. Thank you. Great name. That's why PlayStation is PlayStation and Xbox is Xbox. Xbox needs new leadership that actually care about creating something amazing. Exactly. Great chat. Great super chat. Exactly. You got this hands-off approach. And we said it when we were saying, who approved Halo to be shown like this? Who was allowing all this stuff to not be there at launch? It's because of this hands-off approach. Booty's coming in there. You know, he's booty hands off. Hands off the booty. Hands off booty. Hands off booty. You need anything? You know what? I could really go for a friggin' In-N-Out burger. Oh shit! All right, gotcha. You don't need me playing game dev. You don't need what?
My main job is to make sure that a studio head. Job is to make sure that those studio heads have got what they need.
They got what they need. What do you mean?
So when it comes to, nobody needs me playing game designer.
No, they need you. You came from Minecraft, right? You have a history of making games. So if you're not going to go in there and design the game for them, but you're not saying that you provide input. You're just talking about this hands-off approach. And we're seeing the results. We scratch our heads saying, who approved Halo to look like that? There you go. Bonnie's like, hey, it looks good to me. This is what we got. And Booty's like, all right. Nobody was there to put the kibosh on it going, you know what, Bonnie? That's not looking too hot. We need to fix that a little bit before we show that to the public. That's what should come out of his mouth. He's running these studios. See? That's why he could have 23 studios to clap at, because all he is the booty call. All he's doing is making sure they got everything. You need anybody? Well, you know what? We need another 5 contractors. Okay, good. I'll sign them up for you. I'll fill that employee. We'll go recruit them. Thanks, Bonnie. I'm going to go back to Phil. Phil, everything's looking good. Bonnie just needs another 5 people to work on something, and we're good. All right, good. I'm going to do this interview now with the Venezuelan government. Tell them about Game Pass and tell them about thumb drives that are coming to their TVs in Venezuela. Phil, you do another interview? Oh, yeah, I love these interviews. I'm going to interview another person. They said the Spark.com. I don't know who the hell they are, but they want to talk to me. I got to plug Game Pass. All right, Phil. Phil's out there doing his interviews. Booty is out there running service errands. I hope he don't have like a cute little outfit that he runs around the studios with, his booty call outfit. Like, what is this? You are the boss. You are the head of... The guy says it. You are the head. He's more like the butt. Oops. I didn't mean to say it. But, like, you're supposed to be... You're the head of these studios. You're supposed to be the person that has that step back and tells Bonnie, and you know what? This is not ready for prime time. Go fix it. Watch the video. Watch what Shuhei did. Watch what he did. You need that outside perspective. You need that person to come in and say, nah, you know what? This don't look too good. We can't show that. I can't let Phil know that this is not this is not looking good. That's what you need. Skirty McBoogerball says Jaffy's gonna have a field day with this one. Yeah. He best be, because like this is the head of your studios going, I'm a hands off.
You're my #1 customer.
You know, this is it. Like, hey, you don't need me playing games. You don't need to. No, yes, you need to be that involved. What are you talking about? You should be out. Oh, I tried these games out. No wonder Phil's the one posing with the controllers. Like, what if he is Phil's messenger? Then how involved is Phil with these studios? That's the other question you got to ask yourself. If Booty is Phil's liaison to these studios, then what the hell is Phil's involvement with these studios? It's negligible. It's irrelevant. That's why there's such a disaster of these studios needing help with creative assembly. And even he says it in this video. He goes, oh, yeah, that's not usual. We don't. Yeah. People are like, oh, no, they do it all the time. No, he says it. It's not usual.
The slate shifted back and all that. I imagine with video games, it's even more complex.
But like
everybody, so got what they need. So that is, I am their voice back to Phil's leadership team.
He's the voice back to Phil's leadership team. But you're not being game developer. What are you doing? You just ask them if anything's in their way. I'm never going to meet this deadline tomorrow. I need another 50 employees. Oh, okay. Put a post on LinkedIn.
I'm their voice back into the broader Microsoft. And really what, my job is to wake up and say, is there something in somebody's way? Like right now, what is Bonnie Ross, who's, working with her team to get Halo? Is there anything that I can do to help her today to get out of the way? What is, Alan Hartman, who's working on Forza Horizon 5? Like, what do they need, the team at Playground? And it's really just to be of service to them to get stuff out of the way.
To be a service to them to get stuff out of the way. That's an errand boy. You're the boss. What is this booty call? What is it? You're the boss. What do you mean you're just there to get stuff out of the way? No manager does. Managers, what? You have to have input. And look at the quality. Look at the stuff that they're showing. Look at the disaster. Hey, guess what? This is not in today's video, but Halo had another video about how PC is the most important thing to Halo Infinite. Well, guess what? Another Halo video, another thing that's not there at launch. Ray tracing. There you go. Every single time they talk about this game, there's something else that's just not going to be there. Here we go. Oh, a year delay. Oh, no ray tracing. Great. On PC, nonetheless. Nonetheless, these sons of bitches are selling you a friggin' green and yellow card, a gold card, a friggin' that you could buy in an auction somehow. Give me this hot-ass friggin' most powerful AMD card in the world, but we're not shipping with ray tracing. Again, pay the most expensive stuff, the most expensive console, the most expensive elite controllers, pay for all this other shit, but get less of a game. Give me a downgrade. Give me something that's retracted. Give me something that's devolved. There goes that side rant. This guy, just moving stuff out of the way. And
there is that strategic aspect to be the person who's looking down the road. Phil and the leadership team that I get to work with do a great job about, we kind of break things down into sort of, there's, near term, some midterm, and then some longer term stuff. I mean, I was talking with our leadership team, I think it was last week. It's kind of interesting to think that at one point in time, our xCloud was one of those far off in the distance things, right? There was
xCloud. Yo, what's up, 4-star General? How you doing, man? Thank you. VIP grinder. xCloud is still in its infancy. What are you talking about?
A time when we were just sitting around like, wouldn't it be cool if, right? I mean,
what if? Ooh, plug. What if? What if? Well, we don't need to ask what if. We've seen it. We're seeing it now. Unfortunately, I wish this was a what if. We found Booty, but I don't like what's coming out of his mouth.
Time when Game Pass was one of those things, and they come together, and then you got to think about
there you go. Cue cards. Hold up the thing. It's like somebody must be behind the screen going, all right, now talk about xCloud, Cue card, xCloud, Cue card, Game Pass. You got to talk about them.
It's down the road further. So that's really a lot of my day. That's why it's so special to me when I get to spend time with the studios, because that is really unique, and seeing the people, seeing the craft at work, and getting to go out to the studios. It's the thing I miss about the fact that we've been working from home, that we spend.
I know, man. He can't deliver them their coffee. He's probably sending them gift cards instead. I loved meeting Bonnie Ross and pouring her coffee and making sure she had enough cream and make sure that the foam just came up to the top. I missed that in-person stuff. Now, from home, I can't do that now. Now I got to send a Starbucks gift card.
Spend a lot of time getting to drop in and visit and see everybody. So that's the highlight, and then there's kind of all the other stuff that needs to just be taken care of.
all the other stuff. You mean making quality games? Is that all the other stuff? And then the main thing is just making sure that there's nothing in their way. Okay. Yeah, that don't sound good. And that sounds exactly what the results are. His hands-off approach is showing that, Halo's looking like the way it does. They're okay with shipping games that don't have all these features expected at launch. They're okay with that. That's it. And there's nobody there saying, hey, you know what, Everwild? Nah, you got to work on that. And they talk about Everwild, and he's like, yeah, it was a reset, but not really. You need to be the vision. You're the visionary. Running these first-party studios, you are the visionary. You are the head of these studios. You should be they are the donuts. You should be the one that's giving them the outside perspective. Because I said, Bonnie Ross, they're all in it. They're in the day-to-day stuff, living and breathing this game. They don't get to take a step back and look at what their work is from an outside party looking in. That's his key role, is coming in as an executive team, looking at what they're doing and giving them guidance and playing their game and judging and saying, you need to work on this. You are a game developer. It's not like they pulled some suit from somewhere. He came from Minecraft. He should know this. But he goes in there hands off. What's in your way? That chair. I need a coffee. I need an In-N-Out burger.
So my next question, Bless and I do Kind of Funny Games daily. We're often talking about news stories. We're talking about the pandemic in terms of Xbox game studios.
And Matt, before
point of view, there's been an awful lot to think about besides just how do we get games done. Even just you wind the clock back. I mentioned we're on the 20th anniversary of Xbox. Used to be that a game you'd ship it and that was it. There were no updates. There was no nothing, right? It just sort of went out the door. And now, the real work starts almost the day after you launch, right? I mean, it's not the case that we're going to launch any of these games we're talking about and get to go on vacation. There's content, there's things that we do to make sure that everybody can stay engaged and keep having fun. So I think
keep having fun. See, the real game starts the day after it launches. There's the mentality there.
That those trends would have happened anyway. That we
just talking about COVID, but again, I think enough. The booty is really. Where's the other part?
Side when you hear words like reset and maybe restructure, I'll just say that those are probably.
He's talking about Everwild here.
A little more definite and a little more extreme than what really happens as a game comes to life, right? Mark Turmel, who was the creator of a game called NBA Jam, you might remember it, arcade game back in the day.
Their sleep quality. There's all these methods for getting.
Where's the last part?
And there's definitely something to that. I mean, just even something like Minecraft Dungeons, which is an offshoot from Minecraft. I don't think people realize how many people are playing that, how big it is, right? And it validates this idea that the Minecraft world is big enough. We've done some experiments with trying to offshoot from Minecraft, and some haven't really gotten traction, but Minecraft Dungeons is really kind of becoming a whole game unto itself, right? And back to the question that you asked about, what do I do in my job? I think that's one of the places that I can be helpful to the studios, which is trying to be a little bit of a shield for some of that tension. Because it happens internally. Hey, we launched Sea of Thieves. We gave it a shot. We're 3 months in. Is this thing really going anywhere? Should we put the team on something else? And I wish that I could say that there's some kind of recipe or wisdom to it, but it's just a gut of the team believes that they've got something. I see something. Like, what can we do to try to buy this team more time? And it's not that we want to, chase after things. We've had some games, that come out that don't quite hit, and then the team says, "Look, we don't see a path here.
A bleeding edge, I'm sure he's talking about.
Let's get that team working on something else, right?" And we want to make sure that we're being honest with ourselves about that. But
that was bleeding edge.
You don't want to. I think it's important now to stick with things and see where they go.
One of the things.
So he wants to stick with things and see where they go. This thing. And think about it. He has to do this with 23 studios, supposedly. I guess he's not visiting Bethesda, right? But I just don't understand this hands-off approach, like buying people time. What? Like buying people time, see if there's anything in their way. If somebody asks you what you do and that's your job is to kind of just, you are the head. I don't understand it, even though you're the booty. But you're the head. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But here's this thing.
Game Pass on day one, great for the players.
There we go.
That thing's found a big audience, and I'll just say real tangible for us. Grounded, again, small game made by 15 people, probably would have come and gone if it were not for Game Pass. And now,
hear this. This was something that he said about Grounded, right? And talking about Obsidian. And see if you catch it, Grinders. See if you catch it.
We're going to continue investing in that thing going forward.
So, Mike, we're running out of time with that here. What do you
movie? And that one I think is due for a legit reboot.
The arcade.
No, I don't want to hear that stuff. Hold on.
Is there one studio in particular?
Here it is.
To ship Outer Worlds, after we acquired them, we acquired Compulsion Games. And they had to ship We Happy Few and wrap that up. What I'm excited for is the first full turn of the crank under the Xbox banner. So Psychonauts 2, which we just shipped and we gave a little more time to, that was started well before we started talking to Double Fine. So, just one example, I'm excited to see what Double Fine's going to come up with, because this will be the first blank piece of paper under the Xbox banner, as it were. Everything that they were working on before is wrapped up and shipped. It's so great to see the success with Psychonauts 2, but now we're in that
Obsidian
cool phase
one?
where blank piece of paper, you've got the support of Xbox. Where could that lead, right? And we know that Tim is just got a mind full of thousands.
Hold on.
And you're trying to raise money to pay your team. It's human nature that you're going to want to maybe gravitate towards genres right now that have got a little more attention, or you're going to want to sort of pull in some buzzwords, and you're just going to, you need attention, right?
Battle Royale.
Josh.
That can create creativity. Because
where's that thing we said about Obsidian?
And then lastly, just that, as you mentioned with Game Pass, there's an audience out there. Probably the biggest dynamic with Game Pass is that a game can find an audience that it might never have found before, because a game can go in there and we try to make the discovery as easy as possible, the friction as low as possible. And
there's that word again, friction. Remember that word? We saw that with Forza Horizon. Remember the dev said when they're building that game for Game Pass, he said the friction is low because it's an icon. They can't trade it in. So the friction is not there. There he says. So buying a game is friction. Or engaging with the game is friction. Doesn't that seem pretty negative? That seems like a very businessy term. Not a very artistic term. Friction. So we heard it from the Forza Horizon dev. And now Bootios is saying it himself. The friction. Because Game Pass reduces the friction. So buying games, engaging with games is friction. That sounds like it's not an enjoyable experience. It should be enjoyable, desirable for the gamer, right? That's the most important person, the customer. The customer should want to play. That shouldn't be a friction. That shouldn't be an issue. Friction is like you're dragging me through the mud to do something. Why are they continually using this word friction? Is this the marketing term they use to Satya? Like, oh, the friction is low. Game Pass is the lubricant. Thank you, 4-star General. That is excellent. It's the lubricant to the friction. I don't get it. The friction. So buying a game now. A friction, yeah. If the game sucks and you're making me click on it, yeah. Snackable or friction. And there you go. It rubs lotion on the skin. That's it, exactly. His name right there basically says what it is. It'll go with the friction. Rub lotion on it.
And a game that goes in there has got instant access to an audience that it probably never would have had access to before without, or even with monster marketing campaigns and things. So I think those three things are what I'm looking forward to.
Have you seen that? Like, that sounds in theory like that's actually happening, but behind the scenes, are you actually seeing that like these small games are like having huge uptick?
Wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about small games. I want to hear about them putting the big games in there. What's that result?
You had Sarah Bond on. She would be able to rattle off a list of games.
That's not Booty's job. Booty's like, no, I just got the coffee and the sugars.
They went into Game Pass and then saw big success.
I'm just the Game Pass commercial. I'm the billboard for Game Pass and xCloud, and I just go around and put sugar in people's coffee. I do my booty calls.
Off on Steam or on other platforms, and we get letters from the developers like, hey, to us, game.
I don't care.
Mike, go for it.
Matt, my final question.
Where is it?
Probably just off the top of my head, I think Rampage is due for.
Said earlier, this has been a very
session. Awesome for you when you look through Xbox.
With ZeniMax and Bethesda.
Here it is.
You get to spend time with Harvey
no,
Smith
where's
down
the
there
Obsidian
again.
one?
As we've bought these studios, one thing that happens is they come out with a game or they're close to.
Oh no, this was about. No, wait a second.
And then all of a sudden, a year.
Traction, but Minecraft Dungeons
is before the Minecraft
HelloFresh.
Hello Fresh.
We want to get it right, and so I think any game that you went and were able to sort of spend a behind the scenes year with, we know that there's excitement and anticipation for it, and we don't want to just keep things hidden for too long.
Some of the biggest AAA, debatably quadruple A games out there.
They threw the
You just said
quadruple A
that,
at
like,
them.
You're not really chasing this or that, but like, do you ever kind of?
This is the PlayStation one. But what he said, I think is I don't want to. Damn, I want to timestamp this one, but I wanted to get to the way
Was
he
made
said.
with a really small group of
Damn it, booty.
making the game that's inside them that they want to make.
Oh yeah.
For everything from Halo.
Yes, the sale of Game Pass.
Right.
I mean, jumping off of that, with PlayStation Studios finding so much success.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Generates an anticipation. It kind of becomes this big tentpole
He acknowledges
moment.
this
It's
is
a
about the
game
PlayStation thing.
that fits that intersection that everybody can play, and it's also a big world that you feel like you can have. You can inhabit, and I think those kind of games are important. And
See, they are important.
It's been a place where we have not been out in front. We haven't really.
Sort
of.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Sony.
So Booty says that, and let's see what Phil says.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years.
So both Phil and Booty have identified that there are quality issues and there are things that they have not achieved hitting those levels of the PlayStation games. They are, and this is where a lot of the articles took this from. But he acknowledges that those games are important. They're striving to achieve those games. So when people go, no, we're fine. They come into the Twitter space. Oh, they're good. They're fine. Yo, the bosses are telling you it's not fine. They're working on it. And they're still working on it. They have yet to achieve it. But you don't want to listen to that.
There. I don't necessarily want to get into what's our Uncharted, what's our Horizon Zero Dawn, what's our this, what's our that. I don't think that does anybody any good. But you hit on a great point, which is what I take away was what are those games that have got universal themes, that have got a big world that people want to get lost in, that have really well-realized characters and really high production values. That is absolutely what we want to go after. And Phil did an interview yesterday, I think, with the Wall Street Journal, and he was talking about, look, we're not done, right? We're still growing. The games industry is growing. Xbox is growing. And so we studios are going to have to grow along with that. And making sure that we've got those kind of games for our fans is important to us.
Yeah, where are they?
A glimpse of a world. You've seen the art style.
Where is all right? So
we'll share more on Everwild when the team has got some cool stuff to show. We know that there's excitement and
all right. Where is I think it's this question.
This is insane. Internally with Xbox games
is an offshoot from Minecraft. I don't think people realize. I wish that I could say that there's some kind of recipe or wisdom to it, but stick with things and see where they go.
People don't expect what
go talk to them. We acquire them, so it's exciting to think about what's up next.
What do you think that actually means? Like, what does it's now an Xbox banner game? This is why that means.
You're just you need attention, right?
Battle Royale, everything.
Bitcoin funded metaverse.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure.
So I hope that the stability and longevity.
Oh yeah, here this is the other part. So, I found it. Sorry guys, I've been trying to find it.
At the same time, it's tough to be creative when you're under stress. And it's tough to be creative if you're trying to worry about making sure that your studio is all.
This is what Microsoft is, a security blanket.
The stability and longevity of Xbox lets everybody relax a little bit, and that creates a new layer of creativity. And then lastly, just that, as you mentioned with Game Pass, there's an audience out there. Probably the biggest dynamic with Game Pass is that a game can find an audience.
So what he said, well, basically, the creativity that they could provide by giving them a security blanket, not worrying about keeping the lights on. That sounds exactly what they did to Minecraft, to Mojang. They just kept the lights on at Mojang, and it allowed them to kind of do it. So Microsoft is basically like a GoFundMe or something. Like they're just basically like just a sugar daddy, and just giving money to these studios or giving them the security blanket, and then having the sugar daddy send out the booty to give them whatever they want. Just you do your job, We'll send out the booty, see if you need anything. You need replenishment of your Splendor. You need any kind of meals or anything. Let the booty know, and the booty will tell me when I need to ask Satya for if we could expense it. That sounds like Xbox Studios. There's a disconnect. There is a disconnect between the studios and Microsoft, Big Daddy Microsoft. There's a disconnect. And Booty's supposed to be that connection. He's supposed to let them know to step out, look at this stuff. But he doesn't want to be a game dev. He doesn't want to have a say. He just wants to get things out of people's way, buy them some time, do this kind of stuff. Developers need structure. They need organization. They need some advice because they're in their computer every day going, that looks perfect. That looks great. That looks great. All right, the head, that looks good. That looks good. What do you think? That looks good. And they're in that's where management comes in and is a high level overview going, okay, well, that's not looking what we expect. Our market wants this. Our things need to do this. And you're seeing it. The Craigs, these things, these features and stuff missing. Like, who's putting their foot down going, you got to get co-op out. You cannot, we delayed you a year. We bought you time. Booty went in there last year and gave you a year. He bought you some time. Just to have a game come out a year later and no ray tracing, no assassinations, no scoreboards in your shooting gallery. That comes later. No co-op. No Forge. What's in the game? We don't know. What's the campaign look like? We don't know. What's the story? We don't know. What's in season 2 of the campaign? The campaigns in seasons. We don't know. And when Booty was saying they need to strive to get to that PlayStation quality, you need to have those people there to issue that quality check, to issue that broad statement. You need people there to do that. That's your job, to assess quality, to assess this. And this hands-off approach, You're going to think about it. You're going to let the kids run the house? Let the parents go, I'll let my kids do whatever they want. You need structure. The kids may be creative. They might do amazing things with the crayons. Oh my God, look how creative my children are. They're running the house. Look at this. Yeah. And without your oversight, without your involvement, they will write all over your walls and write all over your appliances with that crayon. That's where you need to step in as a parent. Go, whoa, you draw here on the paper. You'll draw on the walls. That's Booty's job. He's the parent. He's the head. The ass head. You know?
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
You got to get in there. You got to tell them what needs to be done, what the expectations are. You can't just let Bonnie Ross just run wild. You gotta hone them in. It's unfortunate. But the other thing that he said, and I can't find it here. I wish I could find that. I don't want to keep blinging around the whole thing. But he says a part where he's talking about Obsidian. And he says Obsidian is Grounded. He keeps hyping up Grounded. Grounded is going to be another 5-year game or something like that. He says something where Grounded is going to be like another 5 years. I wish I could find it. I just don't want to bother you guys with all these
and
with a studio like that. But today,
let me see. Is this
our games are integrated so tightly with the platforms, right? Like how is this game?
Oh my God, this was the other one. Holy damn. Okay, this was the other one. So, but just to get off the Obsidian thing. So he says thing about Obsidian. It's in here, but he basically goes like this. He says that they're working on Grounded. Grounded is going to be a few-year game, like a service game, obviously. Yeah, because they're going to spend 5 years putting mosquitoes in there. They're going to put butterflies in the game. You got to add all the insects that they don't have on day one. So when the game ships, they're like, oh, and butterflies are coming in season 2. We got to add those butterflies. And we already added bees and mosquitoes. Now they're going to add butterflies, and they're going to add some flies. They're going to add it's some friggin' moths and shit like that. So whatever. But he says, oh, and they're also working on something smaller too. Am I smaller than Grounded? It's not Outer Worlds 2. What is the other game that they're working on that's smaller? Now, let's see if I can find it after this thing. But what he's speaking about, Avowed. That's what he's speaking about. I don't want to lose this spot here, but he says that, and I go look for it. I'll try to find it before I shut this down, but I don't think I'm going to find it, and I don't want to keep clicking around and annoying you guys because the audio must be like, what the hell is like? Booty's like, booty. I don't want to do that to you guys. But this is the next statement. The Grounded isn't out yet. Yeah, it comes out next year, I think. Apparently, it's going to come out next year. And then it's going to have like a 5-year term or something like that. Like, they're doing the Halo thing to it, where they're just going to add mosquitoes and moths and butterflies to it. Add more insects as you help develop the story, basically. But this is the key. And maybe he says it after this. I'm going to play it now. But yeah, smaller. Yeah. Huh? He says this. And this is where I always stated on here. You building the game for the service. And now we see Microsoft's true. They don't care. And this is my perspective of it. This may be wrong. This is what I think. I feel they don't care about the art. They don't care about they don't care about the art of the game. They don't care about the story of the game. That is up to the devs to do that. Devs, you guys decide the story. You decide the art. You do your vision. We are only going to come in here and slap tramp stamps on your games. And listen to what he says. Him and the executive team, Microsoft's grubby hands on these games. These developers, I'm sure, are capable, but they don't have the direction. Instead, Microsoft comes in after these guys make their game, make their story. They make what they want to make. Booty comes clapping. And he's like, okay, now we got to get it all nice spit and shine for Game Pass. We got to get it ready for xCloud. And the dev's like, okay, yeah, take my game. Here you go. Well, this is what I can get ready for day one. Here you go. And Booty's like, okay, we got it ready for Game Pass. Stop thinking Game Pass, xCloud. And they start slapping Microsoft bullshit cloud stuff on it. And there's your problem. And I don't think that level of that kind of stuff, the service impact is there at Sony. Sony's there to make a game, to make art, because they make entertainment. They make movies. They make games. So they got this entertainment stuff. Microsoft just wants cloud. And if they can have other things contributing to their vision of cloud future, games are just a stepping stone for that. And that's what this is. Yeah, go make some games. I don't care. Just like Satya's like, Phil, go play with Nintendo. Phil's like, it's an Xbox. He goes, I don't care. It's a Nintendo. Satya don't care. Microsoft don't care. It's a little appendix to the company. That's all it is. It's a little exploration, a little appendix. It is the Spaceballs. That's right, Buck. It's in a little appendix. I don't care. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. But you better make sure that shit's in my Game Pass. You better make sure that thing's on my server blades. You better make sure that thing's on xCloud because I got to send the numbers about the cloud. You better make sure that works. That's all I care about. Just make sure that bitch is in Game Pass. That's why they're spending $7 billion. Because Phil can't guarantee that these games will be willing to go to Game Pass or going to a cloud service. They want to sell it. So the only way for Phil to guarantee that to Satya is to buy these studios and dictate Bethesda. You could do whatever you want. Starfield could be whatever it is. I'm not going to have any input on it. Hands off. All I know is that shit better be in Game Pass. That damn thing better be on the cloud. And that's all they care about. And that's why the quality control's not there. That's why this is why these games come in Frankenstein. Because there's no collaboration in the sense of trying to ship a vision of a game as an art, as a game as telling a story, as an interactive medium that's engaging to the gamer, us, the most important thing. They should be trying to satisfy us. Yes, I understand it's a business. Yes, they're going to make money, but you're going to make money with a good product for the gamer. But they don't care about us because you're just giving them money already in the subscription. They already got your money. All they got to do is make you look at the mirage of food. Oh, look, there's 200 games. Oh, my God, my backlog is huge. That's what they want you to think. And just sit there. They don't care about the quality. Well, if you don't like it, then just move on to another game. But that's an engagement number for us. It's sus. It's sleazy. It's cheapening gaming. That's why I don't like it. I don't like this grubby stuff. I used to the big corporation bullshit. Now it's really showing its true colors. They always had it, but Xbox seemed to be a little independent of it. And now Satya and Phil are full in grubby bullshit. Listen to this.
I'm going to interact with Game Pass and the audience there. What does it mean to make a game ready to go out on xCloud? What does it mean for a game to be able to play well? We still have a lot of people playing on Xbox One. Like, how do we make sure we're ready for that? So the integration there is a lot tighter. So we've just got bigger teams. We work more closely with them, and we again come at it from a point of service of how do we set them up. With a game like Age of Empires, the game was developed by Relic up in Vancouver, but we've got a full team here in Redmond that works very closely back and forth with them. And I think that's the norm. I think you could look at just about any big game in development right now, and it's going to be rare to find that everybody working on that game is sitting in one building. It's going to be distributed, and it's going to have a lot of different people working on it.
You mentioned.
So you hear the question. What was the question?
You maybe had a small team that was would work with a studio like that.
Yeah, this is his prelude into that.
And they're kind of thinking back, like, what was it like 20 years ago, 10 years
ago? To make
and,
games.
Those publishing relationships 10, 15 years ago, you maybe had a small team that was would work with a studio like that. But today, our games are integrated so tightly with the platforms, right? Like, how is this game going to interact with Game Pass and the audience there? What does it mean to make a game ready to go out on xCloud? What does it mean for a game to be able to play well? We still have a lot of people playing on Xbox One. Like, how do we make sure we're ready for that? So the integration there is a lot tighter.
So you remember when I talked about Satya's 3 things which made Microsoft hit that like button, everybody. Remember those 3 things that Satya said gave Microsoft an advantage? It was like infrastructure and cloud. They had infrastructure and cloud. Their ability to spend money, to buy, to add content to Game Pass. He says the ability to buy. Their financial backing to inject. He used the word inject content into Game Pass. So their cloud, inject content into Game Pass. And then overall, just them being Microsoft. Big money. I think it was like the last one was, but not one of them was making quality games. It was to inject content into Game Pass because they got the money. Their ability to be creative, their ability to allow people to be creative, like basically giving them the sugar daddy money and booty calls. Give them the sugar daddy money and let them just feel that they have a good safety blanket that in case they fail, Microsoft is there to fund the bill. And then the other one is that their cloud. Not one of them was about delivering amazing content and games to the gamer, to the end user. That's right, Neil. Now, Booty is talking about what their influence is to these studios that they're buying. Or to just what does it mean to be part of a first-party game. There it is. What is your game going to look like in Game Pass? How is your game going to be for xCloud? And, oh, yeah, we got a lot of people playing on an Xbox One. How's the game work on there? What about just making a great game and ensuring quality? That's why when Sony comes out there, they emphasize quality control, being the top of this and top of that. Like, you listen to what they're saying. What they're saying is not very exciting. And he says we're providing a service. He says that he is the service. He is the service to these companies. That's what I was saying, that they have a hands-off approach. You do whatever you want. All I know is when I come over there and when I'm Big Daddy Microsoft comes over there, 343, that game is going in the Game Pass and going on xCloud. You got those touch controls ready? Grinders, they added touch controls to Gears Tactics on xCloud.
time for that.
What was that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What was that
Ain't nobody
again?
got time for that.
One more for those in the back.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
They added touch controls to Gears Tactics. 5-inch screen. They're playing a strategy game. The guys are this big on a 5-inch screen, and you're going to have your big-ass thumb using touch controls to move them around for strategy games. Who asked for that? Why? Why? What is that? That's the future? That's what you think people want? No. It satisfies your narrative of services. It satisfies that, hey, we got another game with touch on xCloud. 25 games have been, I think 50 games have been added. It's just a number. So you can make 50 games, have touch now, but does it make sense? Why would you do that? Why would you put touchscreen controls on Gears Tactics on xCloud? Why? Hey, why? Does it make sense? No. But it makes sense for your business. It doesn't make sense for the gamer. Who wants that? Who's asking for that? It is on borrowed time. Booty comes to these studios. He's a service. He's not in there going, know what? We're not shipping Craig. We cannot show Craig like that. We cannot. This is not the Halo that we need to show. Instead, he's going over there, Bonnie, 2 Splendors. And then he walks out and he goes,
Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
your name's Booty. So, we found the booty. Merchandising with the real money from the movies. I had to get that, Buck. I have to get that one. Xbox the flamethrower. Xbox the breakfast cereal. Xbox the refrigerator. Booty toilet paper. This is, now we've known. He was in hiding. We wondered what he was doing. We hoped he was curating and developing these studios to make the best quality games. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing that he said was that they need to strive to make PlayStation games, that quality of games, and we need those. Booty was straight shitting facts. That was the only factual thing that he said. Yeah, you need to make better quality games. Booty shitting facts. Please, hashtag booty shitting facts. That's what he's doing, man. But then he lets bootleg Joel get out of his grasp. Where was he? Exactly. DMG Tank. Exactly. The shoes, the shirts, the donuts, the toys. Bootleg Joel in the chat. There he is. He made it. Who approved Bootleg Joel? And who approved not to give him a name? Booty should have went in there going, excuse me. My name is Booty. That pilot better have a name, Bonnie. Oh, no, we're not going to name him. We're going to call him the pilot. That's part of the story. What? That's Booty shitting facts. That's exactly what he's doing, baby. Booty was shitting facts when he says that he needs, there it is. He needs their games. They need those games, those high quality games. So I hope you have that vision. I hope you're going to those studios and not doing booty calls. I hope that you're actually curating the vision, helping them do that, not just giving them time, not buying them time, not just getting stuff out of their way. Like, I don't know, like what? You're not a game. You say you don't want to be a game dev. You don't want to do this. You should get hands on to all these games. You should be playing them. And if you're not playing these games, if you're not giving your input, then who's quality controlling this shit? And that's how this stuff gets out. You wake up every morning and see what they want. Got any breakfast here? Like that's what you do. Well, Josh has, I think the story leaked. I don't know if you saw it. It's the end of it. So basically, Master Chief is asking Bootleg Joel. He goes, Bootleg Joel's sitting there crying because he's very overdramatic. And he goes, the Halo Infinite Ring is falling apart. This is the ending of Halo. I'm going to spoil it for everybody. Here we go. So the Bootleg Joel is there going, Chief. And Master Chief is like, what? And Bootleg Joel is like, save us. And Chief is like, how? I got to keep my feet on the ground. And the Halo Delta ring is falling apart. Sirens are going off. What do you do? Save us! Chief, save us! How? How? Chief asks. Bootleg Joel goes, just say my name. And Chief goes, I don't know your name. And then Bootleg is like, yes, you do. You know my name. Say my name. Save us. And Chief is like, I will. I'll do what I dream. And he yells, this says the name, and we can't hear it. But he says Bootleg Joel's real name. And the Halo ring is saved. It's an amazing ending. Sorry, I put spoilers. That's the ending. So, Bootleg Joel gets a name and saves a Halo Delta ring. His name will be Game Pass. His name is gonna be Bootios. Bootios. But anyway, yeah, we found the booty. Everybody, we found them. We don't like what he was saying about how he does. What do you do here? What is your job? He's a booty call servant for all the studios. He really just gets things out of their way. He's not directing them on what they want to do. He was spitting, basically Booty was shitting facts when he said that they need to do better games. So it was better than Phil going, I don't want to do what they're doing. At least Booty was shitting some facts and basically saying, we got to do what they got to do. And, we will see. His name turns out to be Joel. They dropped the bootleg. He shaves his beard off, and they drop the bootleg, and he's like, I'm Joel. But anyway, Grinders, I wanted to touch on the booty call. I might have to come back and come to that part. I'll probably bring it up in another show if I come back to that part, but I wanted to get this video out, and I want to thank you so much for coming on live. I know at first I didn't think I was going to do it, but I was able to squeeze it in and really get to the booty call here. But I want to thank everybody. Yo, Brian M., he says, what was that interview asking about buying Insomniac? The closest they'll get to Spider-Man and Dingleberry swinging around the booty. That's right. No, I don't think they asked. They didn't ask about buying Insomniac. I don't know if I missed that part. But he really is he's an executive. And he is the voice to Phil. And he just gets things out of these studios' ways, and these studios just do what they want. And that's where, if you watch that thing with Shuhei, there needs to be a person that has that overall higher vision to let them know what's going to fly and what's not going to fly. And obviously, we're seeing the quality. We're seeing the stuff that's missing. We're seeing that that's okay. That's part of the plan, because all they want to do is make sure that they shove it out the door. They push the baby out with the bathwater. They're like, get out there. I can't fly yet. You know what? We'll fix you as a service later. Get out there. Get out there. We need you for December. We need you. We need you. We need you. Because it's about the service, not about the games. It's about filling Game Pass and the cloud, not about us, the gamer. And that's what grinds my gears. And that's what pisses me off. Because we are the consumer. It should not be friction to buy a game. All right? It should not be friction. We should want to buy that game. That's why when people see the $70, you're training people to think like that's too much. Well, if there's quality to be seen there, if there's a $100 special edition, if there's quality, you're giving, there's a $100 Forza edition. You believe there's quality in there. People will spend it if they believe it's value. It's not friction. So please, that's the part that I don't like about this Game Pass stuff. You hear the mentality. We spoke about Horizon and how they treated it as friction and all this. It's bullshit. The Game Pass gamer. What? Who? Oh, they play differently. No. You keep that shit over there. And you don't tell me that we need Sony or Nintendo to be doing any of this stuff. Exactly. You can't be mad. It's free. But anyway, Grinders, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that sub button if you're new. Join the VIP Grinders. Get some cool bootleg Joels. And I got to do one more emoji for you guys for the new VIPs. We just got a new one. I want to do a shout out to, who is it? We just got a new VIP grinder. I got to add him to the thing, but we got Dad of War. Thank you. The reason one's a 4-star general. Thank you for being a VIP grinder. True Witty. Thank you. Tex-Mex Morty. Hope you listen at work. I know I told you I was probably going to go live, but change of plans. Brian M. Shout out to you. No Cap Podcast. Shout out to you. Jaguar32X. Naruko and the Eddie T. Thank you so much for being VIP grinders. And I want to thank everybody for supporting, coming out to the show, and enjoying the special booty song that we're going to leave with. It is Damn Booty. We found you. We found you. And now, Damn Booty. Oh yeah, hit me. DJ Grinds. Oh yeah, thank you again, Grinders. Great show. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. I am out. Till next time. Talk to you guys later.
You're my number one customer. You hear me, right? Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.